Okay, I'm Robert from Blackfire Games, and this is our new game, The War of the Buttons, coming out in approximately 3 weeks. So the goal of the game is The War of the Buttons is based on the book by Louis Pergaud, where a group of boys from different French villages fighting each other after school, and then they start to cut off the buttons from each other. And yeah, actually that's what you're doing here in the game. Like in the book, players try to complete their own hut. So each player has a tableau like this, and you're collecting wood material, put it on the hut, the shack, to complete it, and the first player to complete the whole thing will win the game. So how can we get these wood materials? That's why we have these locations in the game. That's for example the forest and the big meadow. That's also locations from the book. And for example here in the forest we could win wooden material and 4 buttons. So it's a dice manipulation game. Players will roll their dice at the beginning of each round, and so we can say this will be your group of boys you have in this round. Then you can send these boys into the forest to fight for you. So we send just one of them here. We get an immediate reward of 2 wooden buttons. That's the currency of the game. We can use them later. And if this would stay like that, we would win this bonus marker at the end of the turn. But of course the other players will also try to send you away. So they can do this by using the same amount of dice, but with a higher value. Like for example this yellow 6 could easily send away the red one. Then there is another reward of 4 buttons for the yellow player, and then his turn is over. And of course you cannot have one die with a higher value than 6, so the other player has to raise the value, the amount of dice. So you can go with 2 die, for example, to send this one away, and of course you get a reward. And this is the mechanic how you are fighting in the forest for this bonus marker. We also have the school. The school works pretty similar like a worker placement. Because you see there's only one spot, so you cannot be sent away there. You just put in your dice, and for example here, for spending 5 buttons you could easily build another part of your of your hut. You can become starting player. You can do some pretty funny stuff also related with the books. So you can be the snitch and tell other players to the teacher. That works very funny way. So you put in a die there, and at the end of the round we will check the whole board who spent the most die with this values. So green would be the one with 2 ones, the most of them. So green will be told to the teachers and has to send one of his die into detention. So these are the detention spots, and they are blocking this part. You cannot go on building a hut. You have to free them first. You can do this by other actions. Okay. There are also action cards in the game that give you more ways to manipulate the dice. So you can buy a card that allows you to turn every roll 3 into a value of your own choice. You can buy neutral dice that are boys from the neighbor village to have more dice available. You can gain these tokens. That's the big brother, and he will also help you out in the fights. And you can spend the buttons to change the result of your dice. So you can change this 2 by using 1 button to a 3, and as I told you, we need the same numbers. So that's the dice manipulation. Yeah. After each player has spent all the dice, then we will get new bonus tiles. We get it in the new round, and first one to finish the shack will win the game. That's the War of the Buttons.
Brilliant. And so it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks?
Yes, in 2 or 3 weeks it's going to be in retail.
because I think this is my kind of game. So I'm gonna get this one. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.